Alright, so there is around 5 days left of this ranked season as of this recording, and I am 5 wins away from Masterball rank, so I am gonna try reach Masterball rank in this video, and the video will only end if I reach Masterball, so let's hope I do actually reach it, otherwise this video won't ever come out. So for now I am first using this Oricorio deck that utilizes Greninja and Giratina. I've played this before. If you wanna copy it, there is a video about it on my channel, and otherwise you just, well, try copy it from this. So yeah, let's see, let's go. 5 wins needed. Alright, so we are against a fire type deck. Most likely Incineroar, Charmander. I think I'm just gonna use Giratina as a bit of a meat shield and then get Oricorio here. Okay, yep, there's your Turtonator, Charmander. So kind of what I expected. I would love to draw a Froakie and then maybe a Greninja. So that, yeah, he also uses Kiawe. This is gonna be a lot of damage very early on. This is a huge problem already. Okay, let's use our Pokeball here then. Okay, we at least got a Froakie. If we can manage to somehow get Greninja and then Cyrus is Turtonator, we could be cooking a little bit. Alright, so let's see. We could put 2 energies on Giratina and we should be able to retreat it next turn. We can also just put 1 here actually, because we'll have 2 anyways. So let's do that. And then Giratina is gonna take 90 damage here, but that is expected. I kind of want to get the other Turtonator in play if I can, and the only reasonable way I can do that is if we draw a Greninja. Which we actually do. Oh my god, okay. So I think we want to do is Rare Candy into the Greninja. So then we Water Shuriken his Turtonator, the one on the bench, use Cyrus to get him in the active spot. So yeah, here we go. And then I think we maybe we just put Oricorio in. I think we put Oricorio in. So yeah, here comes Oricorio, and then we can use Broken Space Below to end the turn. This Turtonator in the active spot is now a little bit stuck. Unless he gets a Kiawe, he will need 2 more turns to even get enough energies to attack. So yeah, that is why I wanted it in the active. Alright, let's see what we can draw here. A Professor's Research is not really what I wanted. Alright, so let's think here. I think we Water Shuriken is a Charmander and zap the Turtonator. Actually, let's also put in the other Oricorio. If we get a Shaman, then red sad, but I think having a Pokemon to be able to swap into in case he Sabrinas is kind of nice. Okay, here comes another Charmander. Not a whole lot else he is doing. Okay. Still no water energy, so let's Professor's Research, let's see what we get. Okay, there's a Shaman and a Giant Cape. Let's think, I think putting a Giant Cape on... What do we put a Giant Cape on actually? There isn't much where it is needed. I think let's just put it on Giratina. So we have 20 more HP. And then let's put the energy on Greninja, sure. Let's Water Shuriken his Charmander, and I'm not gonna attack his Turtonator this turn. I'm just gonna use Broken Space Below. So he doesn't have enough energies on his Turtonator to attack anyways, so... And he can't retreat it, so yeah. Okay, here comes a Charizard. Oh, there he is. Won't be able to stack energies on it though. You can heal it. Alright, so 180 HP it has again. So we still don't have any water energy, so our Greninja is pretty useless in terms of it can't attack for 60. Also kind of depends on what he puts in after his Turtonator is knocked out here. So let's put an energy on this Oricorio. Use Water Shuriken on Charizard just to get it a little bit lower, and then use Zap now because he has 2 energies on his Turtonator, so next turn he would be able to do damage. Okay, he plays his other Turtonator, which means that yeah, we will have to knock this guy out somehow. Not sure how yet. So our Oricorio will die here. And sadly our Greninja still doesn't get a water energy on it. Yeah, this is not very helpful. At least we can play Shaman, so we can get a little bit of healing. So let's heal up a little bit. There we go. Might actually just use Giratina's ability here, because I'm not sure what else we could do here. If he has Cyrus, then we already lose. So yeah, let's Water Shuriken his Charizard again. There we go. And then use Broken Space Below. Let's see what he does. If he has Cyrus, then we lose the game. He has Guzma. Okay. So no Cyrus. That is good. Because I think that means we might win here. Now we have a water energy and we also get one next turn. Okay, that's good. So we can put one on Giratina. We have to actually. And then we can Irida. So here we go. Alright, and well, we have a Shaman on the bench, so having a Froakie on the bench doesn't really matter that much. So let's do that. Use a Shaman's ability. There we go. Use Water Shuriken on Mr. Charizard. And then use Chaotic Impact. So here we go, we are at 100 HP. I don't see how he could do 100 damage, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see, maybe he has Sabrina. His Charizard won't be able to attack. Maybe if he has another Lily, he will be able to heal up enough. Okay, he has another Charizard. Yep, there is another Lily. So he will have enough energy. We get a Greninja. So it's 130, 150, 170. So we're 10 damage short basically. Well, that is unfortunate, but yeah, sadly it is the reality. Since we can do 20, another 20, and then 130. So yeah, because he had Lily, we don't win. That is sad. Okay, well, that was the first game. Alright, we are in our second game here. He is playing a grass type, could be Carnivine, could be a Meowscarada. Let's see. Okay, it is Prickatito, so it is Meowscarada Decidueye, probably. Okay, we have a little bit of a situation here. We could do 10 damage with Froakie, but that is not a lot, of course. So maybe instead we want to do some damage with, or well, not damage, but get an energy on Giratina. I think that is more useful right now. Because only 10 damage means that this Prickatito takes at least like 6 turns to actually die. And with a Leaf Cape, which he has right now, it will actually take 9 turns, so yeah. Okay, but we do get a rare candy, which is really good. So that means we can Greninja. And since we already have an energy on him, we can just Water Shuriken. Let's do this one and then do 60. I did it on the benched one since we're not gonna knock out this Prickatito, the active one anyway, so might as well just put a little bit of damage on that guy because our active is gonna do 60 anyways. Alright, so here comes the Meowscarada. So we're gonna take 60. And he heals for 60. Alright. That is annoying. Alright, I think we're putting an energy on our Choreo and heal with Shaman and then put the Giant Cape on Greninja just for some extra HP. So he can survive another turn. And then just do the maximum amount of damage that I can do to this Meowscarada, which is 80. So yeah, there we go. Not really a whole lot else to do, and then he should be able to do 60, which means that we are left with 30. Alright, there's another Leaf Cape. A Guzma would be amazing. Oh, and he heals again, so Meowscarada has 140. Okay, so we do have a Guzma. However, this Meowscarada is gonna survive another turn. I think we're gonna swap into our Oricorio just to save the Greninja for a turn and deal 20 more damage with Water Shuriken. So first let's heal for 10. There we go. And then use Water Shuriken on Meowscarada. There you go. Retreat into the Oricorio and Guzma, so he loses those. There we go. Oricorio has 70 HP, so ideally it would survive one turn against this Meowscarada. And let's see if he does. Or maybe he has a Cyrus or something. No, he doesn't. Okay. So we'll take another 10. Or we're taken down to another 10 HP. Alright, so right now we're going to put an energy on Greninja. Heal again with Shaman. There we go. So Greninja now has 50 and use Zap to knock out this Meowscarada. And now let's see if he has a Meowscarada again, or if it's just a Florigato. Okay, here comes Rowlet. Yep, there is Rowlet. So there is a big chance that he has a Decidueye. We can knock out this Florigato, at least with our Greninja if we want. But if he has Decidueye, then obviously my Greninja is gonna be knocked out as well. Okay, so we get a rare candy, so we can maybe get another Greninja going. That is pretty nice. Let's put an energy on there. Next turn we get a water energy, so that's perfect. We can heal our Greninja for 10 again. Use the water shuriken on Florigato and then also attack Florigato. So that will give us another point. Here we go. Alright, here comes the Decidueye as I predicted. So that is gonna knock out my Greninja. Yep, there we go. So he has 2 points as well. Do I want to swap into my Giratina? I don't think I do, as it won't have enough energy. We can Professor's Research at least. Let's see if we get anything useful. Arita, double Arita actually. He does 80 damage. Greninja has 120 HP. So we can, well, let's rare candy first. So here comes rare candy. Greninja. So we deal 20, so he's down to 150. And another, okay, so I think we water shuriken the Decidueye. And actually, I think we lost actually. He's gonna do 80 damage to my Greninja, which means we go down to 60. No, okay, maybe we can survive one. Okay, let's do Broken Space Blow. Let's see what happens. Okay, here comes the Decidueye, 80 damage. Alright, so we're down to 40. Yeah, I think we lost sadly. Because Decidueye is gonna be knocked out by... or the Greninja is gonna be knocked out by Decidueye. Because of Pierce the Pain. I thought I could maybe heal with Arita, but that's not enough sadly. See, I only get to 80 HP. So yeah, that's unfortunate, sadly another loss. So we're not off to a great start. We're supposed to be winning games, not losing. Okay, we're against a water type deck. I think we start with maybe Oricorio actually, and then Froakie there on the bench. Oh boy, a Wishy-Washy. I haven't seen those. It does 40 more damage for each of your benched Wishy-Washy. So since we start with a Oricorio, I think we are pretty okay since it won't take damage. Okay, nothing really happened. Let's at least evolve one of our Froakies. And then, yeah, that's the turn. Okay, here comes Misty. No heads, so we are unlucky. Now he has 2 energies on his Wishy-Washy. We can... what can we do? We can Giant Cape our Froakie just in case he has Sabrina. And then use an energy on Oricorio, do 70 damage. And then he shouldn't be able to do damage to Oricorio, so I'm not sure how he wants to win this game. Yep, there we go, he concedes. Because he also sees that there is no way to damage my Oricorio. Alright, we are against another water type deck. So let's play Oricorio again. And Shaymin and Giratina on the bench then. No Froakie in hand this time, sadly. Okay, we're against a Gible. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, so what is this deck? It is a water energy, oh, Dragonite probably, actually. Alright, We'll see in a second, probably. As he plays a... Oh, okay, a Giratina and a Pyukumuku. So, Garchomp still, I guess? But I am a little confused, to say the least. Let's see what we get with research. We're a ninja, okay. Hopefully a Froakie here. Yep, there we go. Okay, not bad. Let's put one energy there and use another for Giratina. The Pyukumuku is annoying because it deals 50 damage to my Oricorio. Oh, and this Garchomp is gonna be, yeah. Alright, yeah. I think we might lose here. Maybe. Just a suggestion. Anyways, let's do Water Shuriken. Let's Water Shuriken Mr. Garchomp. And use Broken Space Below again. So we'll have 3 energies on Giratina. Garchomp has 140 HP. He will be able to do 100 damage. As he draws a card. No Marsh for him, okay. There's a Gibble, so he might have the other Garchomp as well then. Okay. Pyukumuku is in play. Not necessarily a bad thing for me. Also, wouldn't say it's a great thing. The Pyukumuku is going to be able to do 50 damage with its ability to me. And then Garchomp can swoop in and absolutely annihilate my Greninja. We do have enough energies on this guy. Let's Professor's Research. Rare Candy, Irida. Alright, so let's play Oricorio. Water Shuriken, the Giratina, and then do damage to the Pyukumuku. Knock it out. Okay, so now what is he gonna do? He's gonna play Garchomp, he's gonna knock out my Greninja. Let's see if he has the other Rare Candy Garchomp though. That might be problematic. Oh, he played his Rare Candy, so no... Oh, okay, there's a Gabite. Still has a Gabite, yeah. So Garchomp is still available in his deck as well. What we're gonna do now is play Giratina. And play Guzma to knock out his Garchomp. Or actually we can win with Cyrus. Wow, that was lucky. Okay, so we Cyrus and we win. Oh, lovely, lovely. There we go, another win. He was playing a very interesting deck though, which I think works pretty well actually. Alright, so we are against a grass type deck and we can start with Giratina. We do have 2 Pokeball in our hand, so hopefully that gives us something useful and good. I'm guessing this is against a Sprigatito Decidueye deck. A Shaman. Oh, it's actually a mirror match then, probably, maybe. Actually, no, I'm not sure because he has a grass energy. Let's just use the 2 Pokeball. Okay, we also get our Shaman. And then use another. Oricorio, not bad. So let's play all 3 of those. There we go. And then Froakie as well. Professor's Research. Let's see if we get anything. Rita, Frogadier, not bad. Broken Space Below as well. Not a bad start. He is playing a Beedrill deck, it seems like. Alright, let's play an energy on our Frogadier. Next turn we can evolve into a Greninja. And then we do need one more energy on Giratina to be able to actually retreat it. Oh, okay, there comes the rare candy already. That is a little bit unfortunate because I was kind of hoping I could be able to snipe it with Cyrus. In this case, I think I'm actually gonna leave Giratina in the active here. And then I'm gonna evolve into the Greninja. Put an energy on Greninja. Use his Water Shuriken on Beedrill just to do a little bit of damage. I know he will heal 10 of it, but that's okay. And now we can use Broken Space Below again. So we have enough energies there. Oh, actually, I should maybe have put energy on Giratina because he is going to be able to attack with Beedrill and take away one energy here. We can swap into Oricorio though. So maybe let's do that instead. Because I did a little bit of an oopsie. Okay, there's two options. We could swap into Oricorio, then he won't be able to do damage, or we could swap into Greninja and do damage. I think we want to swap into Oricorio. Let's first put an energy on Giratina to heal him up a little bit with Arita. Here we go, and then we can also do Shaman, of course, for some extra healing. There we go, and the Water Shuriken, let's Water Shuriken the Beedrill again, just for the fun of it, and use Retreat then. So we retreat with one energy, water, and one psychic for Oricorio. Alright, and then we end the turn by using Broken Space Below again. I think that was a pretty decent turn. His Beedrill won't be able to do damage to my Oricorio. And Shaman also won't be able to do damage, so he needs a Cyrus, but even a Cyrus won't knock out my Giratina. The annoying thing is, I do think Beedrill will be able to take off energies from Oricorio, so he won't be able to attack, basically. And he will be able to deal or to heal 20 damage every single turn, so that's also annoying. So we should use Greninja's Water Shuriken still on Beedrill because he has taken a little bit of damage, so 20 damage will keep that damage in place at least. And then I think we put an energy on Giratina, use our healing for just a little bit of extra, and then Broken Space Below again. So we have enough energies on Giratina to do damage. Sadly, we won't have enough damage to knock out the Beedrill because of the healing. He heals here. Heals again. We could play Greninja next turn actually. That might be useful. And then use our Giratina to knock it out the turn after. I think that is kind of what we need to do. And then Giratina is almost full HP again, only takes 2 turns. Let's see what he does. Okay, he puts in Shaman. Interesting. Shaman is able to deal 30 damage. But that does mean we can put in our Greninja. Actually, let's actually think. Because I think putting in... I'm not sure actually. What would you... Let's Professor's Research. Let's do that. Arita's pretty good. Rare Candy is okay. I think we put an energy in Oricorio. We use, of course, healing. Yeah, there we go. And use Greninja's ability on Beedrill, so he's down to 140 again. And I think what you want to do here is swap out with Greninja. He can take 80 damage. We can also actually put a Giant Cape on him just to be safe. And then we use Mist Slash to knock out one of his Shaman. So there we go. And then he has to put in Beedrill most likely. Yep, he does. And that is very okay with me, because I can hopefully knock out Beedrill next turn with Giratina. Okay, here comes another Weedle. But we do have a Cyrus, so we can just Water Shuriken the Beedrill, and then use Cyrus. Okay, never mind, he uses Lily, so he heals up. That complicates things a little bit. Alright, in this case, what do we do? I think we heal up Greninja to... Okay, so we can heal with Shaman, which means Greninja gains 10 HP. So we're at 70. We can Irida then, which brings it to 110. If he has Guzma, his Beedrill won't be able to knock out my Greninja. So I think we Irida to heal up Greninja. There we go. And then put an energy on him. Use Water Shuriken again on Beedrill. And use Mist Slash as well for another 60. And I think we should be okay then. Unless he has another Lily. Okay, he puts in his Weedle. Does he have another Beedrill? Puts an energy there, that's okay. Yep, we win the game here. We can just retreat into Giratina. Use Cyrus to get the Beedrill in the active. And then use Chaotic Impact. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that's another win. Only 3 more to go. And then we are at Masterball rank. Alright, so we are in the next game against another grass type. Let's get Giratina Froakie out. I'm not gonna play the other one yet, in case we draw a Shaman and or Oricorio, because I would like to play those. And let's research. There is a Shaman, that's exactly what I wanted. So that is great, and then we can Broken Space below for some energy. Alright. He doesn't do damage. Okay, fair. Let's play Oricorio. Let's hope for a Rare Candy or something. Frogadiers, okay. Sadly, no actual water type energies here, so that is a little bit... well, not that great. Okay, let's see. Because I think we want to play Oricorio. So let's get in Oricorio. Then we evolve into Frogadier. And we can break on space below again. Here we go. So a second energy there. Now let's see if we can get enough energies on Oricorio to do damage with him. Dartrix, alright. And the Rare Candy on Meowscarada, probably. Yep, there you go. So he is gonna want to get the Meowscarada in the active. Makes sense. We get a Rare Candy. We play Greninja. That is for sure. Then we heal, that is also for sure. We're at 50 HP. Let's Giant Cape as well, just to be sure. If he plays Meowscarada or Oricorio doesn't get knocked out, then let's play an energy on Oricorio. Let's use Water Shuriken on the Meowscarada, so it is below 130 HP. And then we can use Broken Space below again. So Giratina is now fully charged up for damage. And if he plays Meowscarada, I think I can knock out his Meowscarada. Okay, so he plays Decidueye. But here comes Meowscarada. Meowscarada is gonna do 60 damage. And we can use a energy on Giratina. Here we go. Then we heal with Shaman. So yep, there's that. We retreat our Oricorio for Giratina, which will do the attack. And then first we Water Shuriken. Let's just Water Shuriken or Rowlet. He has only one card. So what is the odds that he has healing, right? So here we go, we are at 130 HP. We do have to be careful because the Decidueye is going to be able to snipe. But okay, he plays Rowlet and Florigato. So ideally we would actually want... Oh, actually, we can just use Arita here, no? Wouldn't that be good? Use Arita and get Greninja in the active? Maybe? Let's use Shaman first. And then I think we use Arita for the 10 healing. Now Giratina can't be attacked by Decidueye again. And after that we put an energy on Giratina. Now we have two that we can use to retreat. So water and electric, okay. And we go to Greninja. Here we go. Water Shuriken, the Rowlet there, and end the turn by Broken Space Blow again. So we have 4 energies on Giratina. It's full HP. This Rowlet is probably gonna be knocked out, and he has a Decidueye with no energy. Alright, so no, he uses Erica. Rowlet gets healed. Okay. Let's heal up our Oricorio just a little bit. It's only 10 HP, but still. Well, let's just use a energy there, and let's Water Shuriken the Decidueye this time. So we would love to get him to 130 HP, and then use Broken Space just for the funsies, because, well, we now have 5 energies. Alright, so he plays Research, which is nice. Okay, here's a Meowscarada. We would love a Cyrus, which I think we are actually pretty likely to get at this point. Oh, and he concedes, so that's another win. Only 2 left. Alright, we're against a dark type, so this might be Giratina Darkrai. Yep, it is. The Komala is a new addition to that deck. So, alright, we have to get a little bit of a good draw here. His ability is, as long as this Pokemon is in the active, whenever you attach an energy from your energy zone to it, it is now asleep. So that is pretty nice for us. Okay, we have a Greninja, we have a Oricorio. Let's see what we draw with Professor's Research. Raw Candy, pretty good. Alright, Oricorio. No actual water type energies, so that is unfortunate. But alright, let's not attack because we'll do 20 damage to ourselves. There is also the Darkrai already. So the Komala doesn't have any energy on it yet. Shaman would also be great to get actually here. Ooh, speak of the devil. And then we use Rare Candy, another electric type energy, alright, into the Greninja. Use the electric type energy on the Oricorio. I think we'll Water Shuriken Komala actually. So we won't take 20 damage, and then we heal for 10. And I think we end the turn there. Now next turn we could knock out this Komala. So he only put an energy on Darkrai, not a whole lot happening. And another electric type energy, alright. So it is time to, well, first heal. Then we put in Oricorio. So let's retreat into Oricorio. Use Water Shuriken again on the Komala. So there we go. 20 damage, and use a Zap to knock it out. And as a Giratina won't be able to do damage to my Oricorio besides the 20 from his ability. So that should still be okay. Okay, he Cyruses my Greninja into play, which is really good for him because he can knock it out. Does also mean he doesn't have a Cyrus anymore. So that is good for me. Since I have a Oricorio, of course, and he probably only has either one Komala left or no Komala left. So we are pretty good. Okay, let's see what we draw here. Giant Cape, Frogadier, nothing too great. Let's just heal a little bit. And then, sure, let's put an energy here. Doesn't really matter that much. And we can do 50. So we are in a pretty good spot here. Now we wait to see. Okay, he deals 20. He will slowly, very slowly knock out my Oricorio. However, we have a Shaman, so we can just heal him up with Shaman and also put a Giant Cape on him. So we get another 20 HP, and it will take another 2 turns. Let's use our ability here. And then do another 50. And he is down to 40. He will probably swap out to the Giratina. Just to have a little bit of extra HP. But maybe we will draw a Cyrus. Oh, actually he has another Darkrai. If we draw Cyrus, that would be fantastic. Okay, here comes the other Darkrai. And he's doing another 20 probably. We can keep doing this for a long ass time, by the way. Okay, he does heal his older Darkrai a little bit. So it will take another 2 turns if we can even get him in the active. So it's not really worth it that much. Okay, we get a Froakie. And that is something. Let's use the healing again. Here we go. And then use, sure, let's put an energy on here. Use Zap, and now we wait. We don't have a Rare Candy, but still, not bad. So we take another 20. And now what is he doing? He's just trying to knock out my Oricorio with all the energy stuff. Ooh, actually a Guzma. So we're down to 20 HP. Only 2 turns. We kind of need a water energy. Ooh, okay, we do get a Cyrus. That is pretty good as well. No water energy. So our Oricorio will live for 1 more turn. So let's do Shaman healing again. There we go. And let's just put an energy here. Can we somehow cheese it some way using Cyrus? This guy is gonna go down to... Well, actually, yeah, we might be able to. If we Cyrus here now, we will be able to get this Darkrai down to 20 HP. So Greninja Water Shuriken would actually knock it out. Unless he has healing, of course, which might be very likely actually. Okay, he puts in his older Darkrai again. And he uses Sabrina. So the Sabrina we're gonna put in Shaman. So we are fine with losing that. Okay, another energy. And now Dark Prism, so he gets 1 point. That's okay, we can live with that. And we put in, sure, doesn't really matter what we put in, because we have a Greninja. And this Greninja is gonna Water Shuriken the Darkrai on the bench. There we go, another win. Only one left. One more game right now, at least. Unless we lose. But let's hope we win. Then we are at Masterball rank. Alright, we're against another Dark type deck, so let's put in Oricorio again. It is a Zubat deck this time though. So it is a Arceus, Zubat, probably no Carnivine maybe? I'm not sure. Let's put in the Shaman, let's play Professor's Research, let's see what we get. A Greninja and a Giratina, let's go. That's pretty good. Okay, Greninja, and let's play Broken Space Below. So we have 1 energy, now we would love a rare candy, but yeah, already a really solid hand and starting position here. Let's see what he draws though, because a rare candy into Arceus and Crobat will knock out my Oricorio. Okay, so we take 20 damage. Ooh, okay, we got a rare candy. That is pretty nice. Let's play the rare candy into the Greninja and do 20 damage to Carnivine, I guess. And then we can use an energy on Oricorio, use the healing from Shaman. So we're 60 HP. If he plays a Arceus, then he could be able to Crobat, but let's see. Broken Space Below. Another energy there. Not too bad. Now his turn is gonna probably decide the game here. Rare candy, so Crobat is inbound. Yep, there he is. That is 50 damage. He is gonna Iono as well, so if he gets a Arceus here... Let's wait and see. I'm guessing he has no Arceus, otherwise he would have probably played it by now. Okay, he played an energy on his Carnivine. And we take 50 damage. Not too bad. What we're doing here is, I think, we put in our Greninja to tank a little bit of damage. After we Water Shuriken first. So let's Water Shuriken the Carnivine. And then we... let's heal, of course. There we go. Let's put an energy on... Greninja, actually. Use Retreat. So here we go. And then use Broken Space Below. So now Greninja is going to tank a little bit of damage. It could be that he draws Arceus here. And then, yeah, okay. So my Oricorio does get knocked out here. Which is okay. We tried to save him, but we were sadly not able to. And then Giratina will be able to knock out his Crobat or Carnivine or whatever he is trying to play. Oh, actually, he didn't knock out my Oricorio. That is interesting. So now he's gonna do 50 damage with Carnivine. But our Giratina is fully charged up, so not bad. And he has 2 energies on his Carnivine, so no energy on Arceus yet. Okay, we get an arena. So I think do Water Shuriken on Arceus. Here we go. Let's retreat into Giratina. There we go. Then put an energy on him. Use Shaman's heal. So Oricorio is up to 30, Greninja is up to 50. And then use Chaotic Impact. I know it is a little bit overkill, but there's no other way to knock him out, the Carnivine. And yeah, I think having Greninja in the active is not a bad thing. Maybe we get very lucky and we can actually get a Cyrus next turn. He could knock out Oricorio. No, he doesn't. So he's gonna deal 70 damage with his Darkness Fang. So our Giratina is gonna live with 30 HP and we can Arena for 40 HP. So that should be good. Arceus has 140, which is still doable to knock him out if we get a Cyrus. Okay, he goes back to Carnivine. So no 70 damage for him. I think we're in a really good spot here. Okay, it's my turn. Let's put a energy on Giratina, a water energy, so we can Arena. So we heal up a little bit. There we go. And then Shaman for another heal. Oricorio is also out of knockout range now. Now we can Water Shuriken the Arceus. Get him into 130 range again. Use Chaotic Impact again, so we're down to 130 again. We're at 2 points, and I think there isn't a whole lot he can do. So this might be it. This might be the game that we get to Masterball. He concedes. Let's go. We actually got to Masterball. Okay, wow. I didn't think it would happen, but it happened. After a lot of games, here it is. Finally, rank up to Masterball. And yeah, we don't get a rank yet, but I am not gonna play any more games. I'm gonna stay in Masterball. The season ends in a few days. So yeah, we did it. I'm gonna try this again next season. And hopefully maybe actually climb a bit in Masterball as well. I have to see how long it takes. This is pretty good though. We got there. Hopefully you also got there in the end. You still have a few days left, so maybe you will get there. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.